Hello and welcome back to the UBF podcast. I'm Abz.
I'm Thomas Abdul, as you quote unquoted about maybe 35 seconds ago. It's a bit of a dead period, Abdul. Explain to the viewers why it's a bit of a dead period.
There's no football happening. Aside from the Club World Cup, which, to be honest with you, half the teams in England aren't taken seriously.
Half the fucking America doesn't take it seriously. Have you seen the stadiums?
It's not even that. I'm talking more the actual teams. The South American teams are leading the table. The English teams are turning around. No, we've played too much football.
Botafogo is fucking, excuse the word, killed PSG. Killed them.
Anyway, we've pretty much been like, you know what? We're going to switch it up. Today,
Tell me.
we're doing the top 10 shithousery players.
Ooh, right down my alley.
Of all times. Now, this is mainly European teams, European football. And before we get going, do you have any shithousery moments in your illustrious football career, Thomas?
We'll get rid of illustrious football career, Abdul.
Yeah.
Still going the football career, Abdul. I'm a legend of the ultimate soccer pitches there at Fairfield.
Sure. Played
many comps. Don't know how many I've won. You know when you've won so many, you've lost track ups. Yeah. So that's my current record there. One of my favourite shithousery moments, Abs, was 2 or 3 times. You know when you win in a game and you think, oh, fucking, it's just. How do I say it? You want to sort of get yourself involved when you're not really involved, so you put one on your opposition.
Yeah,
I've done that a couple of times, Abs. In our grand final, Abdul, there was a bit of a argy-bargy, Abdul, with me. I like to
start a fight and run away.
No, I like to use my words, Abdul, and then start the fire and don't extinguish it, but not be there for the fire, Abdul. So I put a couple of challenges in. Some of the opposition didn't quite like that, Abdul. I retaliate, and I get a yellow card.
Yeah.
But I'm not quite happy with that yellow card, Abdul. So I keep pushing my boundaries.
Yeah.
Say a couple of uncanny things, but lucky for myself, if it wasn't paying attention. So I did a couple of gestures which we're not going to do on the UBF podcast, Abdul. And everyone else saw it but the referee.
Yeah.
And then, I was target enemy 1 for the next 35 minutes of the opposition. Went home with about 16 different trophies. Trophies are called bruises, and bruises are called trophies. I distinctly remember that moment very well.
Yeah.
In my under 14 grand final, and which we lost.
And
we'll move on from there.
When did you wake up from this dream?
Yesterday.
Sweet. Anyway, look, we've got a list of 10 players we're going to go through. Thomas hasn't necessarily seen this list.
I thought it was a combined 10. Or am I just reacting to your 10?
We're going to react to it. This has been a general list we've put together. From me and the help of a few other friends.
Is there a couple of players at least that I can question? Or
yeah, of course. Of course. You can. But
I'm letting you know, if Pepe, Diego Costa, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Luis Suarez, Sergio Ramos is not in there, I will stay in Croatia for the next 6 weeks. Which some of you might rejoice.
Make it 6 months.
No problem.
Yeah. All right.
We've got there for 6 months. Carry on.
Look, we'll kick it off. Number 10 is Paulo Di Canio. He played for West Ham, Lazio. Unpredictable genius. Started a lot of fights. Made a lot of ungesturable salutes in his history. Pushed a few refs and had rare acts of fair play. His highlights: pushed the ref, got 11 matches for that. Made a salute at the Lazio fans they weren't necessarily too happy with, and refused an open goal out of sportsmanship. Tells you what it needs to tell you about Paulo Di Canio.
Paulo Di Canio, what a player. Italian legend. Famous for the Di Canio volley, Abdul. Both legs in the air. It's like a... however, his shithousery did outweigh some of his goals. I remember some of the shithousery moments at West Ham.
Yeah.
Just brings a tear to my eye. It really does. But Abdul, I'm a fan where it's like Origin, for example, last week, where you need to bring the beef back. I love that stuff. Like right now, you look at the modern day. Hopefully, they're in your list, Abdul. Because if they're not, I would question your mates and your football knowledge, Abdul. But you look at the Sergio Ramos in the Champions League final with Cuadrado. You look at Diego Costa. You look at Luis Suarez with Ivanovic, Chiellini at the World Cup. Like it just adds an extra layer to football where sometimes the excitement's not there, the thrilling nature of football, the goals aren't there. You need that bit of spice. And Di Canio most definitely did that in the late 90s.
Yeah, look, I didn't see too much of him or my age. And
your football knowledge started at 2018. Yes, carry on.
2011, but yeah. But I have seen enough of him and heard the name
Who won the
enough.
2010 World Cup?
Spain.
Who came second?
Netherlands. I watched football back then.
Okay, just didn't 2011.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Okay, back on Paul Di Canio again. Paulo Di Canio.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah. Look, obviously played at West Ham, at Lazio. I've seen obviously not his best moments. Seen a lot of the shithousery moments on TikTok and on YouTube and all that. But
hilarious player.
number 9 for me.
Was this your recommendation?
Stuck with me. This was my recommendation. Vinnie Jones played for
Number 9.
Number 9 played for Wimbledon, Leeds, and Chelsea. The original English hardman played like a pub bouncer in boots. His highlights: booked in 3 seconds, leader of the crazy gang, and grabbed Gascoigne by the Gascoignes. Now, it doesn't get much more shithousier than grabbing Gaza by the Gazas.
Any grown man's Abdul. Yeah, Vinnie Jones, leader of the crazy gang. I'll never forget a story with him and Brian Clough.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Brian Clough basically asked his assistant manager, manager of Nottingham Forest at the time.
Yeah.
And Wimbledon came to Forest.
Yeah.
And basically we asked his assistant manager because they brought in, the ghetto blasters, the big speakers.
Yeah.
The crazy gang, Vinnie Jones and Wimbledon basically brought a big, I fucking maybe JB or I don't fucking know if they were in business back then. Big speaker basically into Forest's ground in the change rooms. Clough being Clough, didn't like it. Basically went and told his assistant to go ask Wimbledon to turn it down. Assistant goes, could you please turn it down? He goes, Vinny smiled. He opened the door and smiled. I went, no problem. What do you do when someone says turn it down? What do you obviously do?
Turn it off.
Turn that fucker louder.
Oh my God.
So Vinnie Jones proceeds to turn it louder, Abdul. And then basically Cloughy goes and asks assistant, would you say, please, Vinnie Jones, could you turn off the speaker? The assistant walks back in there like a clueless fucking ostrich, walks back in there to Wimbledon's change room and says, could you please turn the ghetto blaster down? And Vinnie Jones says, no problem, absolutely, we'll do that for you.
Turns it back up. Oh, wow.
The assistant goes back and Cloughy has enough and he goes, what the fuck's going on? I've asked you 2 times. And the assistant goes, oh, they're just not listening. And he goes, right, fuck it. Clough being Clough, fucking Cloughy's a fucking crazy man, walks in to Wimbledon's change room and Vinny opens the door expecting the assistant manager there. Big there with a big smile, he sees Brian Clough. Then he, when you see for example, I see Luka Modric, like a bit of respect there, you know what I mean? And then Vinnie Jones looks at him and goes, Clough ignores, he walks straight past, picks up the ghetto blaster, smashes it on the ground. And he goes, Clough, now fucking play your music, Wimbledon. And then Vinnie Jones, I think it was, he told, who was the captain of Forest back in the day? Who was the captain, left back? Not Dennis. It was Man United. Brian Robson. No, not Brian Robson. Brian Robson.
The captain. Oh, yeah.
The captain of Forest. Fuck, who was it? Anyway, the captain of Wimbledon played with Vinnie Jones in the England squad whenever they met. And then Vinnie Jones told him basically that Clough was the only person that Vinnie Jones was ever scared of and respected. Crazy. So it tells you what, maybe fucking Brian Clough should be number 1. Shit has moments. But man, I'll tell you what, if we could have a moment and a chat with the late Brian, mate, that would be one hell of a story. Yeah. Brian Clough is one of those people where, when you asked for people to come to dinner, he'll be more, like the stories that you'll get out of him, especially olden day football.
They're not going to be PG at all. They're going to be straight,
Carry on, move on.
Well, number 9, I still think grabbing Gascoigne by the Gascoignes is up there. You don't see that much on the football field. And for him to just go yoink is...
Zoom in on that, by the way. What do you zoom in? Do you want to get on?
No, I'm not doing that again. But number 8 is everyone's favourite, Roy Keane.
Number 8?
This is the long list.
Number 8?
Number 8.
I'm walking off.
Number 8.
What?
Hold on.
Sorry, which one are you on? Why did you consult me?
Obviously, played for Manchester United. This is what had been written about him. Cold, calculated chaos, tackled hard, held grudges and never smiled. Highlights, career-ending tackle on Alfie Haaland, tunnel bust-ups and psychologically dominant.
Julian, number 8. Roy
Yeah,
Keane.
you wait and see. The ones above him are justified.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
They're justified. Believe me, they're justified. I double checked this list. They're justified.
Sorry, can you tell me off camera who created the list? Thanks. Tell me off camera.
I'll say off camera after.
Number 8.
Number 8, yes. Yeah.
Was it fucking the Ajibe boys and
No.
all their footy crew?
It's shithousery, not like, you know.
Correct.
Yeah.
Roy Keane is the embodiment.
Okay. Once you see the rest of it, you'll justify. Anyway, Roy Keane.
I'll tell you why he's top 3 for me. He is the embodiment of shithousery. Mate, he set a precedent where no fucks given midfielder. Basically, no one gets in your way. You dominate, but whatever means.
Yeah.
Either you gorge your eyes out, you do a career-ending tackle, you say shit, you do a bust up, you psychologically get one over your opposition. He was that man in the 90s, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, look, it was more no nonsense than shithousery, but there's a difference. There's a difference. No, but there's a difference. You don't, like, shithousery is like messing with someone. No nonsense is Roy Keane. He does not care. Like that tackle that he done on Haaland.
Alfie Haaland, yeah.
And he wasn't out there saying, I didn't intentionally do it. No, he intentionally done it and made it out to be intentional. Starting bust ups with Patrick Vieira in the middle of the tunnel. Even now on commentary,
he's the best.
No nonsense.
He's the best.
And I just love it when
if there was a no nonsense list, is your top 3?
Oh, 100%. If not number 1, man.
Okay, good.
But
just checking that list.
But when it comes to shithousery, I think he's definitely top 10, just not that top 3.
Not top 5.
No. There's enough to be said.
Number 7, Abdul, go.
I don't think we need to say too much about Roy Keane. I think everyone knows enough about Roy Keane, especially when he goes off. He's like, but this is Manchester United. This is Manchester United.
Being a big baby. Stop it.
Gary, you're being a big baby. I think I made him Scottish for a second. Anyway.
Number 7.
Number 7. Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Gennaro Gattuso.
Played for AC Milan. An old school warrior, tackles, screams, fights, total chaos merchant. Grabbed Spurs coach by the throat, apparently. Regular bust ups, and again his iconic quote: "Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit."
But even 30 seconds before that.
It's the whole like...
It's the whole interview. It's the whole Malakia. Sometimes Malakia.
He cracks me up, man. Like,
even you see the bust up in Hajduk when he just got relieved of his duties in Hajduk. But with the fucking TV reporter.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He's-
That's no nonsense. That's just shithousery. That's just starting things for the fuck of it.
yeah, but it's suited, like, because the Hajduk fans are like
Bro.
some of the most...
Yeah. I'm one of them. Hello.
What's the word? Intense fans. Thomas, you're a Hajduk fan.
I am a Hajduk
But
fan.
you're not a Hajduk ultra.
Well, I'm in Australia, Abdul.
But you're not a Hajduk ultra.
Carry on, Abdul.
The Hajduk ultras are like... There's not to be fucked with, and then there's the Hajduk ultras.
Yeah,
like,
you don't fuck with that.
they are on another level.
I love
and
the
if,
Hajduk ultras.
and if we even had 10% of that here in Australia, I think the government will probably shut down football the way they're going. But yeah, you know enough about Gennaro.
Can you say Billy Subili?
Who?
Billy
Yeah,
Su Billy.
sounds like a bloke from the area.
It's not just say Billy.
What does it
Subili.
mean? But
Basically, white is white, like Hajduk, like that's our colours. Or Bila Boya Ye Boya.
Bila boya, ale boya.
Bit Spanish there. White is the best. White colour's the best. It's the Hajduk colours. Bila Boya.
Let's just clarify that is white being the colours of Hajduk. And
Everyone
nothing
knows
else
colours of
there.
Hajduk, Abdul.
I'll run you through number 6. Unfortunate one there. We got to switch. But tell us more about Gennaro Gattuso, Thomas.
Gattuso, Abdul, I think he was one of those players where, again, similar to Roy Keane, I'm surprised he created this. I'm really interested for you to tell me after we had a chat who actually created this list. But Gattuso, again, he's one of those players where psychologically looked to dominate you minute one before the game even started.
Yeah.
And he wanted to make his presence known. And basically, if he didn't get a goal, if he didn't get a match-winning tackle, if he didn't get anything, he just wanted to make sure that Gattuso's name and face and expressions was on the front page of the Italian newspaper. And by God, did he do that.
Now,
What a player Gattuso was.
give me one quick second.
What are you doing, Abdul? Tell me.
The laptop's just died.
Is it?
Yeah, so we'll have the list up in a second. But What do you think of the first few so far, Tom?
Listen, again, the Canio, yes. Hopefully Canton's in that list as well. Surprised if he's not. Vinnie Jones, yeah, I think it's a bit of an obscure one, I'll be honest. Roy Keane's surprising. Gattuso's surprising. Again, I repeat, there's got to be Suarez in there for me. There's got to be Diego Costa. There's got to be Pepe. There's got to be Sergio Ramos. Surely. Because there's only 6 left.
Okay.
Surely.
Okay, I've got the list up here.
He's got the list up after his laptop has passed away. Number 6, Abdul.
So far, we've had
Di Canio,
Vinnie Jones,
Roy Keane,
Leonardo
Gattuso.
Okay.
Number 6.
Number 6, Luis Suarez.
Why is he number 6?
Because I think there's a few more up there.
No, you fuck.
Yes.
No.
Well, he's notorious for biting 3 times.
That's the obvious one next.
Diving and single-handedly knocking out Ghana out of the World Cup by his hand.
Okay. I'm going to say that's the biggest World Cup shithousery moment ever.
You know what, though?
Ever.
Credit
Yes.
Credit to Luis Suarez, because he's probably one of the few on this list where his career surpasses his shithousery, despite his shithousery being one of the best of all time.
But he's 6th.
He's 6.
You're fucked.
I genuinely think that the 5 above him, it makes sense.
What's your greatest Suarez shithousery moment?
It has to be that dive against Ghana. And he was not, and he celebrated it too.
The handball.
He got up. The diving, the handball. Yeah. And he got up and he celebrated it and he meant it. And I remember at that time, and again, still my very early moments of football, I was on the phone with my grandma in Lebanon. And even then, we're like, she's like, an African country's never going to win it. She's like, they got screwed out of it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, if he's managed to shithouser his way into my 50-something-year-old grandma at the time.
But it's not even that, Abz. It's the fact that Ghana get a chance to fix his shithousery and then they hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Just wasn't meant to be.
Incredible. And then the bites.
The biting I'll never understand. Like, how do you got to nibble someone in the middle of the field? I'll never understand that. It's like I'm standing.
The word nibble.
Just hold on. Just like picture it in your head for a sec. Think with me for a second.
I don't want
You're on a corner. You're defending some guy, and instead of like getting ready for the ball, you look over his shoulder like this. And you just start nibbling into it. What are you doing, big man?
He's got big teeth, but fuck.
Yeah, but like it makes no sense. It genuinely makes no sense. But you know what? His career is massive as illustrious. It's an illustrious career. He scored enough goals against teams that I support.
Oh, fuck.
He's ruined Madrid. He's ruined Arsenal. Played for Liverpool. Could have been an Arsenal player.
Mm-hmm.
Wenger, remember Wenger? How much he bidded for Luis Suarez?
Yep.
$40 million or $1.
$1. Listen, for some people, the $1 is crucial. Everyone wants to donate $1 to the UBF podcast. No problem.
The links below.
The tree is active. Number 5, Abdul.
Marco Materazzi.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
Notorious for his Zidane headbutt bait, and years of calculated wind-ups. I think that brother is one player where his shithousery like surpasses his career, despite it being a great career. But you know him for his shithousery. It's similar to like Granit Xhaka, great player, but you know him for more of his hot-headed moments.
I'm going to say one thing. I think he elevated Mourinho's career, and Mourinho definitely elevated his career.
Yeah.
Obviously, the headbutt happened before Mourinho's time at Inter with Marco, but a lot of people shit talk Zidane for what he did. Okay, but if we take it back a couple of seconds before Marco said to him again, we're not going to repeat on the UBF podcast. Everyone knows.
What was the topic? What did he mention?
Something about his wife, Abdul.
So you could technically say he got headbutted into history by saying the wrong thing.
Headbutted into history. H&H.
Headbutted into history. Marco Materazzi.
Perfect segue to number 4.
Number 4. This one's a bit more of a recent one. Emiliano Martinez.
Oh, fuck me. How can he be 4? How can it be 4?
Brother, when you're at a World Cup, you just won the Golden Glove and you put it right in front of your
Next, yep.
your special area.
Special area, such a good word to describe it. What the fuck?
And you start waving it at the opposition. Put it this way: he's notorious for his penalty spot antics, trash talk, and World Cup level psychological warfare.
Psychological warfare.
Made shithousery goalkeeping an art form. And you know what? As much as I hate the guy who used to play for Arsenal, loved him when he was with us. Hated him like probably a year after he left because he just started speaking that much crap and yapping his gums way too much. But
fucking top keeper.
Great keeper.
And again, he's one of those players like Suarez where he's got that career to back him up.
Yeah.
But for me, yeah, the World Cup antics were fucked. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You get up, you make a save, and you start like...
Yeah, for me, it's the taunting in front of the penalties, and they changed the rule because of him.
Yeah.
The penalty spot, that's a big thing. Like FIFA to fucking acknowledge your shithousery and to change the rules.
I just love the contrast, bro. Think of two goalkeepers. We went from Andrew Redmayne...
Grey Wiggle.
No. We went from Andrew Redmayne, the Grey Wiggle, doing like a nice little dance on the edge of the, the penalty box. And then you go to Emiliano Martinez, who's basically swearing down everybody's mother on the line and just shit-talking his whole way through.
Do you remember the Ronaldo one? With Bruno?
Oh, with Bruno.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the big man. Take it, brother. You're the marquee. Take. No problem. Take.
That was hilarious.
And then Bruno blasts the fucker into space.
Bro, I remember that. That was
a good one. That's my favourite. Okay, Abdul, for some reason, we're down to a top 3 now. Where, again, I've got no input, but I'm really excited to judge.
Number 3, Pepe.
Thank God, at least he's in the top 3. Thank God.
Notorious for violent outbursts, sneaky fouls, and always playing the victim. The original don't mess with me centre back. You know what? The older he got, the more respectful he got.
Yeah, facts.
I don't know what happened. I would
love to see that guy at 19.
Like at 19, he probably was the most vile centre back you've come across.
Fucking dirty fouls.
But he got to like age 40 and became this like suave.
At the Euros, it was alright.
Yeah.
Maybe because he lost the yard of pace and couldn't get to the guys to commit.
Maybe he just realised that what he'd been saying for the last 15 years was atrocious. But all in all, one of the best centre-backs I've probably ever seen myself watch.
Can I go away from the topic? Ramos and Pepe, top 5 centre-back partnerships of all time?
Yeah.
Okay. Top 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Above Terry Carvalho?
That's tough.
Above Chiellini Bonucci? Above Cannavaro?
Maldini, Cannavaro.
Fuck.
Yeah, but you look what they've won, bro. In the modern era as well, to have that much dominance.
They were massive.
Look, it's a conversation for another day. But yeah, I think it's one to think about. I don't think they're above Cannavaro and Maldini. I don't think... Them and Terry and
Carvalho
are close. Only because of the record they had in England. I will say that.
Yeah, fuck me.
We'll leave that for the comments. I don't.
Vidic, Ferdinand? They're above them, surely.
Above Ferdinand and
Vidic,
yeah.
surely.
Yeah. Because then you got like the whole... Yeah, no, I don't know.
Don't know. Even
Top 5 for sure. Top 3, I don't know.
Even Stan Maldini?
Yeah. They won. They did win more trophies than that.
Bonucci, Chiellini?
They were a great partnership, but didn't win as much as they should have.
I agree. For me, they're top 3 without a shadow of a doubt. For me.
Yeah, because then you got like Campbell and Toure and that whole
Campbell,
era as well.
Arsenal, of course.
You can't forget them too.
Of course.
Gabriel Saliba.
Number 2. Yep. Fuck me, number 2. Yep.
Anyway,
Jesus Christ. Fuck, man.
Give your Saliba.
Number 2, yeah.
Number 2.
Go to Croatia. Thank God.
Number 2. I did not hate anyone more than I hated this man.
Sergio Ramos.
No, Diego Costa.
Ooh.
I absolutely hated watching this bloke play my team. And I remember a game specifically. Gabriel Paulista versus Diego Costa. And mind you, Paulista got the better of him that day. I still remember. He just could not hack it. But notorious for biting, taunting, scrapping, and winding up defenders with a cheeky grin. The king of chaos. He'd score and scrap in the same breath.
He's the best, bro. He was the best.
That was Diego Costa.
I'm going to say right now, best striker that we've had since Drogba. No shit. Without a shadow there, you fucked. Who? Tommy Abraham. Who? Tell me, please. Jackson.
Tell me.
Who, please? Morata. Higuain, tell me who.
Higuain wasn't too bad. I'm not saying he's better than I'm not
It
saying
wasn't too bad.
better than the rest.
Giroud.
Actually, Giroud wasn't too bad either.
Giroud or Costa?
Yeah, but the bar set for freaking strikers. No. Listen to me for a sec. The bar.
William Hazard.
Hold on.
Oh, I fell in love.
No. I'm not saying they went better than Costa.
Oh, thanks.
I'm just saying,
avoided that,
after him, the bar set for strikers at Chelsea is like here. But of the shit lot that you had,
Giroud was up there.
who was the best?
Giroud.
Rank your 3 strikers post Diego Costa. Chelsea's 3 best strikers post Douglas Costa. Go. You've had Giroud. You've had Higuain.
Giroud, Tammy. Giroud first, Tammy second. Abraham's got to go second.
What about Morata?
No, thank you.
Timo Werner.
Timo Werner, no.
Hey, when he actually started, it wasn't too bad.
I must say Havertz.
King Kai.
Okay.
He did win you a Champions League.
But he wasn't a 9, but I'm going to say Havertz.
He did win you a Champions League.
That's what I said. That's what I just said.
How has he not won?
Because Giroud had a better career.
So Giroud at Chelsea.
Giroud, yeah.
Giroud.
Abraham.
Tammy Abraham. Kai Havertz.
Yeah. 4th, Liam Delap. By default.
By default.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Morata had fucking Higuain were that bad.
As an Arsenal...
Fuck, I remember Morata's me so.
Bro, I remember the game. I remember the 2-2 against Arsenal. The Hector Bellerin equaliser, that game, where Morata had the chance to...
Anyway. Diego Costa, fuck me, what a player. Even his antics at the World Cup. Oh my God, dear God. From going Brazil, then to fucking Spain.
I remember that.
For no reason. Just for no fucking reason.
Hey, if you can, why not?
I'm going to say right now, you've left one of my really key candidates for top 3 out, unless he's number 1, because if Sergio Ramos isn't in there, but David Luiz, Abz, he's an honourable mention for sure.
Yeah, but he was shit housey, but
Remember when he fucking dived and smiled at the camera? Like this? I'll never forget it.
Yeah, but he's not like top, like he wasn't
He's
a
an honourable
serial.
mention.
He's an honourable mention, definitely. Just on Diego Costa before we move to number 1. I hated that man with that passion.
Yeah, I hate him as well.
Like, I think even if he played for your team, he couldn't stand him.
I didn't stand him. I couldn't stand him.
Like, the way he turned around, like you said, one cheeky grin and he's pissed everyone off because you know. But the problem is he was that good.
So fucking good, the little cunt.
He was so good. Anyway, number 1, none other. El Idolo, Sergio Ramos.
Sergio Ramos has to be. Absolutely has to be.
Tactical fouls, elite time wasting, sly elbows, and the infamous Salah incident left a legacy of red cards. The red card record holder, but somehow always walks off smoking. Sergio Ramos, my king, El Idolo.
Top 3 centre backs of all time. I don't care what anyone says. The Salah incident, yes, but for our younger, more common audience, even the shit that he's done at Mexico.
Yeah.
Celebration. I need that number 99. And then when he scores a goal, yeah, Real Madrid called me. I said no. I'm fucking dumb. And then my favourite one, the Cuadrado one. 2017 final against Juve. Mandzukic scored the goal. Oh, fuck, what a goal. Sorry. Mandzukic. Do you remember that goal? Mandzukic?
No.
Watch the show after. Anyway, him and Cuadrado. Cuadrado does the slightest touch on the brother.
Yeah.
Ramos down on the floor, dang turn, bang, red card. Cuadrado changes the game. Incredible. He was the master of getting a tactical advantage by any means for his team.
100%. And I remember that Salah incident as well. Man. Conor McGregor would have been proud of that one.
Yeah.
Now we're not pretty much saying centre backs go out there and what's the word?
Break arms.
We're not. It's not condoling.
Condoning.
We're not condoning any actions like that.
No, definitely.
But when it comes to levels of shithousery, I don't think it gets much better than Sergio Ramos.
He's up there. No, he's up there for me. He's at least, like I said, top 2. I think Luiz deserves a mention.
Honourable mentions Luiz. I think Zlatan's an honourable mention. Ooh. He was no nonsense, but again, I think there's a difference.
Zlatan.
What
about Stevie G? The penalty miss against Rafa Benitez to get him sacked.
Yo, that's just politics. That's just politics, bro.
It's not politics. Fucking fuck you. I want you out of my club. Bye-bye, you gone. That's an elite moment, surely. Stevie G's up there.
Look, it's up there.
Can't take with the glasses after the World Cup.
Half that French thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day. But I'll say that when I leave for Croatia. Ladies and gentlemen, it's airport day.
It's flight time.
It's flight day. day.
But look, we're going to wrap it up there.
We will.
That has been our top 10 shithousery players of all time. Let us know if we've made any mistakes. Thomas seems to think so. Let us know in the comments, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Catch you soon. I've been Thomas.
I've been Abz.
Ciao for now.
All right.